Hey viewer, welcome back. I'm here to torment you with some footage from a No Kings protest here. This is from X. This is someone called Bill Mitchell. What's he saying? He says, No Kings fraud. Protests are total fraud. Pure astroturf garbage funded by billionaires. Professional signs. Full marching band. Matching outfits. Almost all white liberals pretending to rage. They don't even hide the script anymore. He's saying it's not grassroots. It's paid by big money. Well, there's definitely big money in it. There's billionaires that want to see the country overthrown. No doubt about that. Let's see what they've got to say. All right, cover your ears. You're about to get hit by some stupid.
Go
Astro! What do these signs say? F ICE, morons are governing America. I'd actually, on most occasions, agree with that. That I think that the government is typically full of morons. Of course, I'm a fan of the Trump government in general. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but I got no problem ragging on the government. I love to rag on the government. I was ragging on the government long before any of this No Kings BS. Like, I want small government. When the Tea Party thing was happening, I wanted that to go somewhere. Like the original Tea Partiers, the revolutionaries of America back in the 1700s, back in 1776, like they got pissed off enough, all the stuff King George was doing, that they started a revolution because it was like they got tipped over the scales because of like a 2% tax. Like a 2% tax. That was it. How much of our taxes does the government take now? The state governments are too much. The federal government's too much. A lot of places, the local government is too much. It's all too much. I want it to be smaller. And government just does not have in companies, if you don't do well, your company's going to lose money, and hopefully you're going to get fired. If it's a well-run company, there's going to be incentives and disincentives so that, a company can fail if it does poorly, so long as the government doesn't save it. Too big to fail, all that nonsense. But in government, politicians can put in policies. They can be terrible policies. And then before even the effects of those policies take place, just so long as it looked good, sounded good, they can move on up into other positions, or they just kind of stay in office anyway and they keep getting voted in. There's no consequences. And everybody knows that, I'm speaking generally here, but like it is widely known that like government positions are often considered like cush positions, and that there's a lot of wasteful jobs that people kind of can like fail upward. There's a lot of people. You could cut a lot of bloat from the government. Let's put it like that. You could cut a lot of bloat from the government and it would still be fine. There's like millions of government employees. It's way too big. So I'm all for make it smaller. Too many morons. I don't want any morons. And the less morons run our lives, that's why we should have smaller government. Is because inevitably you're going to get morons. And it's not easy to get morons out. Now, of course, the people they think are morons are actually more intelligent than them. They were okay with Biden. These are the people who are okay with Biden and wanted word salad Kamala. So, what they're considering, morons, they probably don't know what gender they are out here. What else do they got in here? Oh, the FIs. Clean on air? I don't know. Anti-IFA sail together. So, what is she saying? Something about another world is possible. I keep hitting the space bar to get it to play, and then we are unstoppable. Another world is possible. Okay, I got some things to say here. So for one, these they're fools. They're just fools. The Bible would consider them fools. Book of Proverbs would consider these people fools. Okay, they're out there where there are no kings. They want more government. They want the government to take away the rights that we have. And they're out there. I was just listing out some rights here. So they got the right to assemble, the right to dye their hair and dress in goofy ways, look like goofballs out there. They got the right to loudly protest, say whatever they want out there. They've got the right to defame our country, the right to defame our government, the right to exclaim or write profanity out there on their signs, the right to be disrespectful to our flag, like hanging it upside down. In another video, they were burning a flag. They can do all of this without fear of political retribution. They don't have to cover their faces. They don't have to worry about getting arrested. They don't have to worry about getting shot. Everything that they're doing here shows that what they're protesting is absolutely bogus, that they do not live under an authoritarian regime. And it's disgusting because people actually have fled from places that are authoritarian, that are oppressive, where they wouldn't have the rights to do these things. I mean, imagine escaping Cuba, escaping Venezuela, escaping North Korea, coming here, and then seeing these people out here protesting all the freedoms that they have here. Because Orange Man bad. Well, there's the annoying singer. Okay, so you gotta love the mindless Marxist repetitive chants. They love the mindless chanting. I don't know, it's moths to the flame. Well, they love it when in a communist regime, when they're forced to do it, like the North Koreans are, they all gotta crying or laughing, whatever it is that dear leader Kim wants them to do. They better be doing it or else they love their chants. Don't think too much. This is what the chants are about. Don't think too much. Don't analyze it. Just go with the group. They have camaraderie out there. It just feels good to be with other foolish people who don't have a clue, who aren't thinking too much about this, who can't explain themselves. But if there's a good chant, bob your head up and down like a bobblehead. Another world is possible. Here's what I wrote. I put some thoughts together on this. Capitalism. Okay, so she said another world is possible. The world that we have here, we've got capitalist America and capitalism in the West. We've got a constitutional republic with checks and balances in our government. We've got a Bill of Rights. We've got foundations in Christianity. We've got foundations in rationality, in the Greco-Roman history, Socrates, like things like that. And it has produced this incredibly wonderful, peaceful civilization comparatively to what the past is. We have civilization. Like the West is civilization, and it's what people come to. It's why people come from all over the world, because they want the civilization that we built and they want to be a part of it. Desperately want to be a part of the civilization that Western white Christian people made in spite of flaws. And people want to be a part of it. And we acknowledge the flaws. And there's things that have gotten better. We put an end to slavery. There's still slavery in the world. But here in America, we put an end to it. And in Europe, they put an end to it. Had to twist the arms of other countries to get other countries to put an end to it. It's still being practiced places too. We put an end to like the warring tribalism, like human sacrifice. Like there's so many things that Western civilization, that Europe and America put an end to, that the native tribes were doing, and in turn we've got unprecedented freedoms in our country. People live longer, have better health. So many good things happen through the industrial, like enlightenment, the industrial revolution. You get to the modern age, and everything's getting better on this upward track. You know, we acknowledge the racism, the civil rights movement happens. African Americans got the right to vote and put laws into place so that everybody is being treated equally under the law. You know, women have gained all kinds of rights in Western civilization. At least were before I don't know, the third wave feminists come along. All kinds of like standards of living going up, wealth growing massively, upward mobility, the middle class like nobody's seen before. We've got so much money in our country that we've got the money to pay massive welfare, so that a huge portion of our country doesn't have to be paying their own way, can be freeloading. Huge proportion of the country not working. Now I'll credit some people on welfare paid into it, but they're still living off the backs of the people who are working, who are paying it. And way too many people are defrauding the system. And it just perpetuates. But the point is that it's not socialism that produced that. It's capitalism that produced that. It's capitalism that produces so much wealth for us to have as much of the socialism in our country that we do. I'm going to call welfare socialism as a step towards it. These people have all this wealth. They can be out there and then nice clothes and things. I'm sure they have homes to go back to and cars and all kinds of things. Well, they want to tear it down. Capitalism produces, like all the things of the West, produces all these advancements. And she's saying some other world is possible. What kind of idiocy is this? The world that they want has been proven time and time again to starve people to death, to take away their rights, to silence people with censorship, with political arrest, to treat people like slaves, take away all their rights, take away even the right to complain. Try to go do a protest like this in China. Good luck. Do this in Cuba. I'd try this under Maduro's Venezuela. Do this in Russia. Russia under Putin doesn't seem much different than Soviet Union Russia. I mean, he was a KGB guy. I think if they identified as communists still, that the left would be fine with them. And the thing is, they're still friends with China. It's like Russia, China, Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, all buddies. It's weird how the left hates on Russia, because they don't identify. Putin still plays by like the communist game in the tyrannical way he runs the country. It's like he's doing it. Well, he's softer than Stalin, and the left was the freaking communists. They're okay with Stalin. I've seen their writings. They pretend. They pretend like oh, they want to be like the Nordic countries, but you know what? They're the same. They're the same despicable communists at heart as the ones like Xi and Castro and all the big communists. They're really the murderous, bloodthirsty Marxists. They're not gonna produce a nice little Nordic semi-socialism. Okay, let's do some more of this.
We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable.
Terrible.
Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable.
they changed their chant. The people united will never be defeated.
We'll never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Okay, so a huge irony with saying the people united will never be defeated is that the entire the Democratic Party, the left, is devoted to disunity in America, to tearing down the unity of our country by tearing down the fabric of our country, our religious history, our culture, the founding principles and ideas and people of our nation, tearing down science. Everything is being destroyed under Marxist CRT equity nonsense while trying to replace us with mass legal and illegal migration and illegal voting. And then at the same time, while disenfranchising us, which was one of the goals of communism, to destroy us, these fools are saying that talking about if they're united, they can't be defeated. They are a house united. Certainly, America, given that half the country like hates itself and wants to see us fail. That's like the Democratic Party is the See America Fail Party. Never mind that that's a house divided, but what is the Democratic Party itself? What is the left itself but a bunch of like discordant groups that have no unity? Their unity is hate. Their unity is hate Trump and hate America. What kind of unifying purpose is that? And tear everything down. They have no future. They're absolutely divided. They condemn themselves with their words. That's ironic. That's ironic. They're a deck of cards waiting to be knocked over.
People united will never be defeated. The people.
They have a right to do this. They have a right to be out there and chant stupid things. They have the freedom in this country to chant stupid, self-destructive things, to chant for their own destruction, to support their own destruction. They can voice that. I mean, I think it was Lenin. I think I mentioned it in a different video. That what he said. Let's look it up. Lenin quote: "Sell capitalists the rope to hang them." Something like that. What does it say? The quote: "The capitalists will sell us the rope with which we will hang them." Attributed to Vladimir Lenin, no substantive evidence that he actually said it. Some alternate phrasing. You know what? In the spirit of postmodern narrative, it doesn't matter if he said it or not, because the sentiment is still true. Because that's exactly by doing business with China. We've been doing that. It's like a truism. As we get like fat and lazy and comfortable because of capitalism, then we'll make bad deals and become self-destructive. And so that's where I'll criticize. I mean, obviously the good things of the West have also produced the self-destruction of ideas come about from all the bad ideas of the 19th, 20th, 21st century are being produced through from Western intellectuals and academia and people with like too much time and too much money on their hands, and so they need to see the world burn. So that is a negative. That is a negative. Massive wealth and prosperity and freedoms and peace cause people to develop terrible ideas to tear it all down. And thus we have the modern left out there protesting against a king that doesn't exist in favor of more government power and the destruction of our freedoms. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. Please leave a comment below And if you've got things you want me to talk about on here, please let me know in the comments section, and I'll see what I can do.